Alright, hello everybody, it's 444RR with the next video of the 365-day magic challenge here at Bob's Magic Emporium. Great trick today. We're going to do Chris Ballinger's Anttack II. This just came out recently. I got mine. It's a lot of fun to do, and it's a great trick. So, this is a cool little trick. So the spectator would pick a card, any card they want. We'll say they just choose the top one. It's the 7 of diamonds. Now, you're going to instruct the spectator to take the Sharpie. Be careful. It is Sharpie. And they're going to draw... I'm sorry, that was terrible. And they're going to draw a food on it. Any food that they want. I'm going to draw something. Let's say... Let me think here. We'll draw one of my favorite foods here, actually. We're going to draw a nice big slice of pizza. There we go. All right. So we have a pizza on the card. And I'll even put my... there. And we'll put my username on there as well, so that everyone knows there's only one card in the world that's like this. Now, we're going to take this food, actually. And maybe I shouldn't have done pizza. That might not have been the best food. But, because we're going to take this food to a picnic. And we're going to pretend like we're on a picnic. We got our picnic blanket. And we got our food ready to go. We're sitting in the grass at a park. And it's been a while. And we leave the food kind of unattended. Now, what happens when you leave food unattended? Well, besides it going bad, potentially, like something like potato salad could go bad, it can also attract ants. I think we have left it long enough. So we're going to go through the cards. If we see anything weird, just we'll stop and see what's weird, if there is anything. Maybe not, but I don't know. Let's see. Nothing yet. Don't see anything out of the ordinary. Whoa! That's kind of out of the ordinary. There's now ants on this card. That's kind of weird. Let's see what card the ants are on. Hey, look, it's on my card. The 7 of diamonds with the pizza drawn on it. That's pretty cool. Now, normally, when I do this trick, I would give this, if there was a spectator here, I'd give this card away as a souvenir. But I can't give it as a souvenir because of all the ants on the back of it. So let me fix that situation. And I'll just take the ants off the card. And there are the ants. One flew all the way over here. There's the ants. And that is Anttack. This is a really, really great trick. This is Chris Ballinger's Anttack II. It is a really, really awesome trick where you take the ants and you toss and they get flicked off the card. It is an amazing trick, and it really blows people's minds. I should say it doesn't blow people's minds that much. I think the more reaction you get out of it is, normally if there was a spectator here, you tell them to cup their hands, and then when you flick the ants off the card, they go, ah! And they just kind of, they like drop the ants, step back, and they start laughing. That's the part that I think the spectators love, is they see the ants in their hand, and they go, ah! Because they think they're real ants. So that's the part of the trick I love the most, is when you flick the ants off and then boom, they land in the spectator's hand and the spectator's like, ah, and they just drop the ants. You get if you have Anttack I, this is a completely different gimmick than Anttack I. Little history behind the Anttack trick. Anttack was an instant download 6 years ago on Magic Geek. 3 years ago, they brought out a physical copy with actual plastic ants and a gimmick, and then they took it away. The demand was so high for it, they brought it back with a revolutionary new gimmick. And this gimmick allows you to do so much really cool stuff. Before, you could just do the Anttack trick, where you saw the way you saw it here. But with the new gimmick now, you can switch out things undetected. You can make currency come off a card. And kind of, instead of the ants popping out, it's coins. You can have the deck of cards explode when somebody touches it. And there's one I'll be doing later on this week where it's pips come off of a playing card. It's really, really cool when these pips come off these playing cards. But there's lots of other stuff you can do with the Anttack gimmick, which is really, really cool. And the neat thing about it is you can do, it just fits nicely into a regular deck of cards. So the gimmick is not bad. You can load it in really, really easily, actually. Chris Ballinger in the DVD talks about how you can do other card tricks with the gimmick in the deck, but I find that if you have Anttack II, you know, some people already have it because it was on pre-sale and it's shipped out already, but you know it's kind of hard to do other tricks with it. So I don't know how I'd feel about doing another trick with the Anttack deck. I would just have the deck ready to go and then do the Anttack with it. But Anttack's still a really cool trick, and one other good thing that Chris Ballinger has done with Anttack is he's included extra ants. So normally he says in the DVD, put about 5 or 6 ants, have them come off the card, but they give you, I think it's like 16. So they give you enough, he says in the DVD, to throw away enough for 3 performances. But you don't use all the ants all the time. You just use about 4 or 5 or 6 ants each time you perform it. And you keep the ants and reuse them. And it's really cool. And the ants used to be plastic when you got the original Anttack. These ants are kind of rubbery, though. They're small little rubbery ants. And I think I've had plastic ants before because I used to do Anttack because I got the instant download. I didn't have the physical gimmick. But I had plastic ants, and I didn't like the plastic ants very much. I think these look and feel a little bit more like regular ants. I like that. So that's Anttack II by Chris Ballinger. A really, really great trick. I recommend going to pick this up. If you're on the fence about it, you're going to get a lot of use out of it. I think it's really, really fun. And if you get it this week or next week, you'll have it in time for Halloween, which will be good. This is good. This is a really good Halloween trick to have ants come off a card and kind of freak people out. So that's Anttack II. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next Magic Challenge video.